Welcome to the Red Room. I'm Taylor McLaughlin, and we are in Orlando, Florida tonight. And I have Michael Santi here. Hey, Michael.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you. Thanks for having me, too.
Oh, you're
Beautiful
welcome.
room,
It's our pleasure.
love it.
Is it red enough?
It is red enough. It's not all red, though.
No, I know.
Beautiful cocktails, too. Swear.
Yeah, about that.
That's strong. That's strong. Just kidding, it's water.
Okay, good, because I'm like, great,
Yeah.
I'm going to get fired. Sorry.
What do they have in yours? Maybe they... Where's the olive, by the way?
I ate that.
I don't drink, by the way.
I got hungry.
So I'm an actor.
Okay.
See, you believed that, didn't you?
I did believe it. You would get me in trouble.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I do that well.
Yeah. Yeah, I get myself in trouble a lot.
It seems to
too.
carry... It seems to follow me.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Michael Santi, actor, born in Brooklyn, New York. Go Yankees. Especially now.
We don't like you in Florida.
Yeah, I get a lot of that. Large Italian family, typical Sunday dinners with the family, just the typical big family, just trying to come to Florida now, which is kind of it's a very big change, but I've been here basically all my life now, but proud of my heritage and trying to live the dream now here.
Yeah.
In Florida.
So, big family Sunday dinners.
Yes.
Sorry, that caught my ear.
Yeah. Who does? Italians.
Okay. I was like, okay, he's from New York, so it's not going to be big old fried chicken, collard greens.
Mm-mm.
Oh, man.
No.
I was going to say, I'm coming over. We don't do those.
You're more than welcome. You would love my mom's cooking. Sunday dinners are a tradition probably in every Italian home.
Yeah.
They get together from, everybody's all over the place during the week. And Sunday is a place where you just kind of come together and you just enjoy each other, from all the hustle and the bustle. And you bring probably every type of Italian food there is, from lasagnas all the way down to the olives, all the way down to I love chicken cacciatore, which is one of my favorite foods. And it does, you never know what you're gonna eat,
Yeah.
But they start preparing it probably on a Wednesday or Thursday. Every Italian has a sauce made and frozen in their refrigerator, and they just defrost it because they make it for 15 to 20 people at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise you won't be able to eat.
I have sauce frozen in my fridge. Good old Lean Cuisine made it, though.
Yeah, a little bit different, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's convenient, definitely.
Yeah. So, you're an actor.
I am. Or I pretend to be.
You pretend to be an actor.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't work out as well for me, though. No.
Well, what do you want to do besides interviewing and?
I do want to pursue a good acting career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot in common.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
I could see myself being the one girl in the horror film that gets killed first, though. But other than that.
Yeah, you that's you got to push a little bit further.
Yeah.
Than that. Maybe the second girl.
Yeah, maybe so. You know what? I've come to realize in most horror films, the girls are the ones that usually live.
They are.
Yeah.
If they're cute, they
I
live.
noticed that the other day when I was watching a movie. The girl lived, and I was like,
so what
typical.
So what you're saying is, if you go in an audition and you're the ugliest girl in the room, you usually die first. Is what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
Well, let me think about that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. I love comedy.
Me too.
I would love to be in a good comedy, romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any good role, any good writer, I think. Is,
Yeah.
I love comedy as well.
Yeah. So I hear that you are one of the biggest actors in Orlando, or are you the one that is most wanted? What is this?
Highly in demand, you mean?
Yeah,
Highly in
that's
demand.
something to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, my blonde roots are coming out.
No, it's a hard business to be in and to be asked to be on numerous sets and projects. It's really what you're shooting to be for, shooting to do in acting. Movies have always inspired me to because every time I went to a film, it just inspired me. No matter what was going on in my life, nothing mattered for those 2 hours. And that's the kind of feeling that you want to give someone else. People inspire me to be the best.
anything that you do, whether you're a doctor or whether you're a lawyer or if you're a librarian, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have passion for it, if you do your homework and if you do what it takes to be the best at what you do, people inspire you, because you're not doing it for the paycheck. You're not doing it for the award. You're doing it because it's in your blood and people accept you. And they think you're good at it. And to me, that's the best reward you can have, is somebody wants to see you do it again. I think as an actor, you take people from their everyday problems and you bring either happiness and you bring some kind of turnaround in their life.
So it's been a really tough road, but at the same time, if you're in something you love, it's not really work. So no matter how hard it is, or my philosophy is, if I'm going to struggle in something, I'd rather struggle in something I love than in something that I have to do. So in this business, if you find a way to just get better every day on everything, you say yes to everything at the beginning, it gets to a point where people recognize your efforts and you're an asset, and hopefully you can bring something good to their production. So it feels good to kind of get to that point now. It's been a blessing.
Yeah. I mean, I live in Ocala. I get called to come to Orlando, and they're like, can you be here at this time, this day? I'm like, this is the 5th time this week. I know, but can you be here? I'm like, yeah, I can be there.
Ocala is a nice little drive. It's beautiful, though. It's building up. I've seen it.
You've seen Ocala?
I have seen Ocala. Mm-hmm.
No, you just passed through it then.
It was a quick drive-through, but both drives that I've been. Yeah, it was definitely.
I-4.
I-4, yeah. I looked over the bridge, and there it was. But every time I look over the bridge, it's getting bigger. That's what I'm saying.
Not really.
No.
I mean, we built up a little Dillard's, but that's about all.
Well, I think that's why John Travolta lives there, is because it's quiet.
Yeah, it's very quiet. We call it Slow Cala. There's nothing to do, no nightlife. Well, there's a few clubs, but I mean...
Is there clubs in Ocala?
Yeah, Midnight Rodeo and Urban Cowboy.
I had a friend that lived there, and he was excited because there was an Applebee's being built, which...
That's some excitement
that is a little for Ocala. I'm just saying that's the level of... Yeah.
I think it did.
Well, that's just good.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to eat.
So do you work outside of Orlando?
No, I'm an actor. I go where they call, and
so you travel.
I try to travel as much as, if it's a good project, absolutely. Yeah. If it's something that I feel is we're worth doing, and it's something that I feel is going to go somewhere and doing well, of course. I mean, anytime you're an actor, you got to travel. Mm-hmm. You got to find the work, and you got to be in a place where you're going to, get that exposure. Miami is a big place that we travel to.
I've been there multiple times just for a day for modeling. They call me the night before. They're like, I need you to be here, and your hair needs to be this color. I'm like, what? So yeah. I had to dye my hair from blonde to black and go to Miami for the day for one photo shoot, and then fly back to Ocala.
I'm actually doing something on the 6th, fashion-wise, which is going to be at the, I believe it's called Flavor Club, or Club Flavor. It's called Fuse It Fashion, I believe it is. And we're doing it's a charity event kind of fashion show, and it's going to be for the Ronald McDonald House, which I'm passionate about fundraisers and giving back. If you're an actor, you've got to count your blessings, and I think part of being an actor is giving back, and if you can put 15 minutes of fame on someone else, I think that's karma is definitely a plus.
I mean, there are a lot of actors that do fundraisers.
Yeah.
Like, we had Wanda Gates here one night, and she's telling us about how she helps a high school with girls with prom.
Yeah.
And she goes in there and she does their makeup and their hair and everything like that. So that's really good.
Well, great thing about Wanda is, she's somebody that I can call up right away. Yeah. And she's like, if it's for somebody else and we can benefit, and they can benefit, we can help them out. She's on board, no matter how busy she is. She's done that for me numerous times. So she's definitely a team player, and good karma, good energy. I don't let nobody around me that doesn't have good energy.
And then I'll try to be happy around you.
Please. No, you seem you seem great.
Yeah, I'm actually a very hyper person, so sitting in one place and not moving is killing me right now.
So was I, though. Growing up, I used to, actually in Brooklyn, we used to have this metal door in Brooklyn, and I used to run down the hallway and hit my head on the wall, on the door. And you know
why?
Just because I was hyper, you know. I used to pretend to drive a car as a little kid, and I used to bang my head because, you know, I was pretending it was an accident. And you know, here I am as an actor. So somewhere along the way, I always try to
just from hitting your head on a door.
Yeah. Well, maybe something got loose, and you know, you gotta be a little zany to be an actor, I think.
So what did inspire you to be an actor?
Wow, what many
didn't?
Answers. Yeah, what didn't inspire me? Growing up, my mom was actually Shirley Temple's understudy. So I know you probably don't know who Shirley Temple is, but Shirley Temple was a pretty large star. Yeah, the drinks, right? Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, no, you know, so I've been around that. Growing up, and I think, you know, it's one of those things, kind of like if you've had police officers in your family, or military, you kind of grow up in that industry and you see it. Mom has always been a big inspiration because she used to talk about those times, and I used to, wow, that, you know, the spotlight and all those people around you. And we actually used to do plays in Brooklyn. We used to go on, we call them the courtyards, and we go on the courtyards and we do Star Wars, or we do you know, scenes from different types of, you know, those movies. And I can remember I played R2-D2, and one of the first productions of Mike Santi's career was Star Wars, and I used to have a salad bowl on my head and a box with pretend buttons, and we'd color it. And I think ever since, you know, as goofy as that sounds, those are the things that get you inspired and get you just being you know, you see the crowd and you're really trying to, you're giving people a performance and they clap and you're like, you know, I kind of like this. I know what you're talking about, Mom. This is really cool. And it's just been something that's just been in my pores. It's just been in my blood for I don't know anything else. There is no plan B for me. So it's kind of one of those things that and I think that goes in direct, you know, in direct proportion to why you get in demand, is because if there is no plan B, then you find ways to become successful in anything, doctors, lawyers, anything you're doing. Yeah. So that's how it kind of started. That's a long answer, kind of short. I'm Italian. We have no problem talking, so I'll keep going on.
I know. Yeah. I interviewed another Italian. They talk. It's okay.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I'm just a little American.
That's why we make great actors, is because we're just so expressive, and we love to just you know, use the hands a lot. And they said they're gonna tie my hands down a lot.
You won't be able to talk if they tie your hands down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to open my mouth because it's just kind of like a puppet.
I mean, you would say a sentence, it'll be all jumbled up and it'll be all wrong.
Wouldn't make sense.
No. I hear you have a nickname.
I do have a nickname, yeah. Michael Pacino, yeah, that's what they call me. It's because it's that I get those roles that are, and no insult to Al Pacino, because of me being Italian, and which, if you're gonna have a nickname, I think that's the nickname you want to have, right? And, but it's one of those things because they usually like to write the F word in a lot of the scripts that I have, and Al Pacino's known for saying that, and him being Italian. But yeah, because a lot of the roles that I've played in the majority of my film has been very dominant, very leader type of roles, and I'm usually cursing up a storm, and, you know, forgive me, God, and I'll ask for forgiveness on Sunday, but yeah, that's the reason why they do it, is because I'm Italian, and again, no disrespect to Al Pacino.
No, I'm sure he doesn't care. His name got dropped on the show.
No. He's actually he's the reason I got into acting. So he's my idol.
He's a good idol, though.
He's a good idol to have. If you're gonna shoot for one, go for a good one.
Yeah, a big one.
Right.
Yeah. Are there any upcoming projects or movies that you're working on?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited about one. One's called Legends 2, which is directed by Gerald Godbout and produced by Al Marrero. You couldn't let it go, could you? You had to be fucking selfish and make sure your sister found out about your little fling, right? Which I'm sure was by mistake.
Hey, I'm not the one to blame here. If it wasn't me, it would have been someone else.
I'm not gonna sit here and point fingers at who's dumber, you or Greg. Because you're both stupid. But at least he was willing to walk away. He was willing to keep it a secret for your sister's sake, unlike some people.
Oh, and that makes it right.
Wow. You just don't get it, do you? No, it doesn't make it right. Let me ask you a question, Janet. What do you think's gonna happen now, huh? Greg loses his wife, and you? You lose your sister. So you tell me, was it worth it?
Wasn't worth it? God, all her life she's had the perfect world. Everything she's ever wanted. And me, nothing. Do you know how much that hurts? For once, just for once, I wanted her to feel what I felt. Why, Jeff, why can't I have it?
You can have it. But you can't have it with a married man, Janet. Christ!
And the reason why I'm super excited about it is because, I've never really jumped into any horror, except with Oliver Tosh. We just did a film a little while back, and he just won an award for best short film, horror film, coming out of Spooky Empire, which is films from all around the world. They get entered into the film festival. So I'm kind of making it's like a trend in these horror films. And with Legends 2, it was one of the most in-demand, highly respected horror films that to date, compared to any film that's been out there, to some of the bigger films. So I got one of the lead roles in that film, which I'm so honored to be in. And it's gonna be great. We're gonna be shooting out in North Carolina, in Orlando, and spotlighting Orlando, which I think is, to have some success coming out of Orlando that big, it means a lot, because if I'm from Orlando, I want to be part of something big like that.
Yeah.
Spotlight it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your character? Can you talk about your character?
In Legends 2?
Yeah.
Vaguely I can. I play a guy named Jeff, and he is the I guess he's kind of the centerpiece to a lot of the other characters in Legends, and he's more of the level head, but he's a businessman type of guy. Best friends of a guy named Greg, but really just an average guy who comes from the town that Michael Myers is from, and so really that's about all I can really say.
Yeah.
All I can say is that it's going to be a great film. All the characters are going to be phenomenal in it. Great cast, great actors, and again, spotlighting the abilities that we have here in Orlando.
Yeah, which we need more movies to be made in Orlando.
Absolutely.
Because it's like there are barely any made here. I mean, we got great Universal right there.
Right.
That send all their talent to Los Angeles.
Right. Well, years ago it was supposed to be Hollywood East. It was supposed to be the place to be, and I think it's starting to make that turnaround now. And there are going to be over 100, I believe, films coming, major films coming to Orlando, or plus, 100 plus. So that's showing that we do have the ability to put on great productions. You're missing out on so many great opportunities because of all the people that are being sent, or you're hiring outside of Orlando. Why hire actors here if everybody's doing it from outside, and it's not giving us really any opportunity to shine? And we've got, I believe, I truly believe that we've got just as good actors here, if not better than most of the states that are out there. It's just that if you're not spotlighting them, how do you have a chance to shine? But I see that turn coming, and I see with some of the great directors that I've worked, Carmen Trefoletti, which I've done in Wayward which was a phenomenal film, still getting really good reviews and going into a lot of festivals.
What else do you fucking want to do? Huh? You want to go back? How about we camp out? What? We need to keep fucking moving. That's the only way. Get that through your skull. Do you understand? Jack, Jay and Ruben, bro, they're dead. They're gone. They're not coming back. And so is that girl, because of us. Because of what we fucking did. And if we stop now, all this bullshit was for nothing. Are you okay with that?
To Subprime with James Rapesci. James Rapesci is probably most underestimated directors that are out there now. He's really doing well. And these films that, and Echoes and Present Tense and all these different films that we're filming them here in Orlando, and we're sending them out to Sundance now, and those are the opportunities that I'm excited about because I'm in them, but also I'm excited because we shot here in Orlando. And it's a Sundance film just as good as any Sundance film that was shot in California.
Yeah. So
those are the things that I'm excited about being part of the explosion that's coming here. So when you say in-demand actor, now is the time to be in demand because of all of the opportunities that are coming to Orlando.
Now, if you go in there and show this guy an interest rate of 12%, I swear to Christ, he's gonna laugh in your face and throw you out of his house. You're not selling interest rates, you're selling payments. You circle the thing you want him to see. It's called the power of the pen, Kyle.
Like the Red Room, the Red Room is highlighting those people, and those people need to be shined, and it's just one of those things that you don't have enough of, and I don't see why we shouldn't. It's really.
I mean, we try to, the Red Room. We try to catch a lot of aspiring actors. Right. We like to interview them and people that have been in movies, so we are really trying to.
Right.
Get everything together and make things happen for people too.
Well, it's not even just actors. I think there are so many artists and so many directors, writers, just great contributors to the whole art kind of category. I mean, there's so much that goes into just making movies, and a lot of that is to do with everybody in the industry. So it's one domino. It's like a domino effect. It kind of one thing goes into the next, and that's what I love about the Red Room and all those any kind of program that highlights somebody just trying to really do a good job, and it shows that you respect that person and highlights them, and that's what we all should have, a chance to.
Yeah, everybody needs a chance.
Everybody needs a chance. Rocky.
Wait, I wasn't referring to that movie, but okay. I mean, Florida has so many cool places to film.
Oh, it does. It's beautiful. Orlando.
You could go to the beach, and an hour away, we have a forest, and then you can go to a city.
Absolutely.
And everything is right there. I mean, we don't have mountains. I mean, I could take you to a little hill, but...
Yeah, but there's so many places that have never been even tapped into yet, and Orlando is definitely one of those places that it could look like you're anywhere in the world.
It really
Which
could.
I'm excited about. So it's one-stop shop.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun. Next time I'm going to come and take my shoes off and put my feet up on the couch.
You can. You could have.
I don't know. My feet aren't as pretty, so I can't really... I don't want to show the world my feet.
Well, I got monkey toes, so...
No, I got gorilla toes. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right. I am Taylor McLaughlin, and thank you for watching The Red Room.
Kid you once. I kill you again.
I heard you was a badass.
You gotta say, I just ain't seeing it.
Feel it burning in your veins, Johnny. Both of us are very much alike.
on me.